Hello, everyone. Today I'm with San Diego State quarterback Kyle Crum. Thanks for joining me today.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
At any time, I'll start with my first question. How old were you when you started playing football?
So I played my first year of flag when I was 6, and then started tackle when I was 7, and just stuck with it all the way through.
So you did a year of flag and then we're ready to transition into the pads.
Yeah, I think 7 in my town was like the youngest that you could start playing pads. So that's what I did. But I was scared. I just wanted to play soccer at first. And my dad he talked me into it. He got a set of pads for him and me, and he would go on his knees in the backyard, like let me hit him just to get used to it. So he's the one that talked me into playing.
It's good he got you to convince you.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I used to be too scared to hit, so my mom would give me like little gummy vitamins and tell me that they were bravery pills, and that if I took them, I couldn't get hurt. So I would take them when I was like, this is like when I was 7, and I would just be like running through people. So
Gave you
they
the
had to trick me in
confidence.
the beginning. Yeah, yeah. In the beginning, they had to trick me, but I fell in love with it.
What was it like playing high school football in Southern California?
Yeah, I mean, it was great. A lot of really great competition. Great players. Got to play against Mater Dei my senior year, like number one team in the country. Got to play against Centennial every year. They're in our division, and so it was cool. And then also SoCal having good weather, like all the our Friday night games would always be nice. So it was a really cool environment.
Yeah, so you got to play a lot of the top teams, the Mater Dei, Centennial, all those.
Yeah.
When you played Mater Dei, was it Elijah then who was their quarterback that you guys were facing?
Yeah, yeah. I think it was his sophomore year. I'm pretty sure it was my senior year, so 2022.
Yeah, he's a good player. He came on here when he was a freshman.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
stud.
yeah, he is for sure. So I bet that was a good passing game for both of you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, yeah. They lit us up.
But hey, you went out there and competed with them.
Yeah, I know. I think we were tied after the first half or first quarter and a half. We all thought we had them, and then second half they put it on us.
But I mean, weren't they finished as like the top team? So you hung in there with the best
Yeah,
team in the
thanks,
nation.
man.
What was the best team you played against?
Yeah, it's got to be them for sure. Their entire starters and second string were all going D1, so there's some. And then I'm playing with their starting safety, Josh Hunter. He's on San Diego State now, so it's cool to play with those guys instead of against them.
Oh yeah, definitely. And actually, I interviewed Josh too. So yeah.
Oh no way, that's awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely all the defensive guys you got to see basically a college level defense.
For sure. Yeah.
What made you pick San Diego State?
Yeah, there's a lot of things about it. One was the perfect location as far as like being by the beach, good weather, all that stuff, but also it's like an hour and a half away from where I'm from. So it's far enough to where it's like out of my hometown, but close enough to where I could come back for birthdays or weekends just to visit. So that was part of it. And then another part of it was that felt like I had an opportunity to come in and play right away. So that was cool. There wasn't like a established sophomore quarterback that was like going to run the show for the next couple of years. So those are most of the reasons that attracted me to San Diego.
Yeah, so you could compete right away and you're going away, but not too far to where you could still be involved with your family and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
What kinds of things did you learn from your first season at San Diego State?
And I learned a lot. We learned. I mean, the biggest thing difference was just the playbook and the depth that goes into the topics that we cover. Like in high school, you might have this is read one, this is read two, this is read three, but when you get the college playbook, it's like if it's single high, this is read one, read two. If there's two high, this is read two. If it's man, this is what we're doing. If they blitz from this side, you got to change the call. Like there's just so much more going on. So that was a big part of it. And then also time management skills, just coming from where my day was pretty much always just school, football, go home to now I've got classes at night at sometimes, and I got practice and I got meetings, like all that stuff fitting it in. Was definitely new to me, but I got adjusted pretty quick, so it was good.
Yeah, so it goes a lot deeper, like with the playbook and everything. Like you really have to focus on because you're there to go to school and play football. Like that's what you're there to do. So you really got like your time isn't as free.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
How would you say your game has improved after spring ball and heading into this season?
I think my game's improved just as far as being more consistent. We've been throwing a lot more this off season than ever, is like throwing every day, and then also just feel like I've been around in this system longer, so I've gotten to know the plays better, knowing all the motions, knowing what our defense looks like. So just getting more reps at it has made the game slow down a little bit for me.
Yeah, so the reps in and day out has made it, you're surrounding the game more, so it makes it easier for you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What kind of role do you think you'll have going into your second year?
Yeah, we'll see. Right now, the quarterback spots it's open competition, so me and a couple of guys will be competing for it, and hopefully get the starting spot. It's the goal.
Yeah, so it's open competition right now, but hopefully, secure and start week 1 against Ohio, right?
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah. So is it like, is it getting closer to like narrowing it down to like you and another guy, or is it still everyone?
Yeah, I mean, there's a probably two or three of us, but we got our fall camp coming up in 3 weeks, so that'll really be the time whenever it kind of separates.
Yeah, and then you get the big time games like, I know you're hosting UCLA.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you most looking forward to this season?
Um, I mean, just every like last season was such a cool experience traveling to all the games, like playing the ones I was able to play in, and then I got hurt after I broke my collarbone after week 3 or 4 against or 4 or 5 playing Boise State, so I missed a lot of time from that, and I was just doing like rehab stuff instead of being on the practice field for the back half of the season. So I'm excited to hopefully have a full season and be able to just enjoy it all.
Yeah, so hopefully this time, be able to be there for it all, like without injuries, and contributing to the.
Yeah. Hmm.
How do you feel about San Diego State leaving the Mountain West after this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think the goal is to go Pac-12, so that would be an awesome upgrade. Give us a chance to play bigger games, bigger recruits. All the stuff that comes with that. So I think it's a positive move for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Because like teams like TCU and Utah, they all came out of the Mountain West, and look how they're doing.
Yep.
And like San Diego's a destination place, so it puts them on the map even more.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't even know TCU and Utah were Mountain West, but that's cool.
Yeah, so, and they're both top teams now at the Power Five level.
Yeah, yeah.
How would you describe yourself off the field?
Um, I don't know. I mean, I think I just like to hang out with my friends and my family stuff. I feel like I'm a pretty laid back guy, but I might have to ask my friends about me to get a better response.
Yeah, so it's laid back, some people want to have around and just hang out with your family and friends.
Yeah, yeah,
And the last question I have is for fun. You get to take any three NFL players to dinner. They can be past or present. Who are you taking?
yeah. So I had to think about this one, but I think I'm gonna go Joe Burrow, Johnny Manziel, and who was my last one? I had them picked out. Oh, and Tim Tebow. Those would be my three. Tim Tebow was like always my guy growing up, and I know that Gators team was like probably super crazy. So I bet he has some cool stories. And then Joe Burrow is probably my favorite quarterback right now. So it'd be cool to see him. And then I'm sure Johnny Manziel's got some wild stories. He'd be fun to have at dinner. So I think
Yeah,
those would be my three. I'd probably go all QBs.
and three Heisman's too.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, and you got, Manziel, always the money Manziel, and then
Yeah.
and Tim Tebow, the promise speech and then delivering on it.
I always play with Texas A&M on NCAA for Manziel as my guy.
Yeah, and then you got Joe Burrow. And you got the same number as him too, right?
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
rocking
and
the
yeah,
nine.
one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now.
Hmm.
Yeah, that'd be a great damn for sure.
Definitely.
All right, thank you for taking the time to join me today.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, anytime.